Good morning, everyone. So, this is my report about electrophoresis, continuation of report ni Raisha. So, when an analyte's concentration is too small to detect reliably, it may be possible to inject it in a manner that increases its concentration. This method of injection is called stacking. Stacking is accomplished by placing the sample in a solution whose ionic strength is significantly less than that of the buffer in the capillary tube. So it is because the sample of the sample plug has a lower concentration sa buffer ions. So the effectiveness of field strength is kaning mas larger ang kanang effectiveness sa sample plug kaysa the rest of the capillary. So next, we have the figure. So mali siya yung figure sa the stacking of cation sa onions. The top diagram shows the initial sample of initial sample plug and the bottom diagrams that shows how the cations and ions are concentrated at the opposite sides of the sample plug. So next we have the applying the electrical field. Migration in electrophoresis occurs in response to an applied electric field. So the ability to apply a larger electric field is very important because ang higher voltage kay mag-lead siya shorter analysis time, yan ay mga effective separation and mga better resolution. So next we have the detectors. Most of the detectors used in HPLC also find use in capillary electrophoresis. Among the more common detectors are those based on the absorption of UV radiation, fluorescence, conductive spectrometry, and mass spectrometry. Whenever possible, detection is done on column before the solute removed from the capillary tube and additional band broadening occurs. So, ang UV detectors is isa sa mga pinaka most popular kay tungod sa yang absorbance without sa light nga directly proportion sa path length bitaw. So next. So mali siya figure na two approaches sa on column na detector sa capillary. So kining A is Z-shape na capillary, tapos ang isa kay multiple detector. So si C nga ang source kay sa Z-shape kay medyo diretso na bitaw ang line ang source, tapos diretso na line sa detectors na mag-run tapos mag-detect. Tapos ang sa B is ang kanang source sa light kay napa siya mo reflect na siya kagad bago mo ato sa sa detector kaya pa dahil detect. So next we have the capillary electrophoresis method. So Humphrey, can you please read?
So there are several methods for capillary electrophoresis, which has a particular advantages. Four of these methods are described briefly in this section.
Okay, so thank you. So capillary electrophoresis methods, there are several different forms of capillary electrophoresis, each of which has its particular advantages. Four of these methods are described in this section. So we have the first one, capillary zone electrophoresis or CZE. The simplest form of capillary electrophoresis is capillary zone electrophoresis. In CZE, we fill the capillary tube with a buffer and after loading the sample, place the ends of the capillary tube in a figure that contains additional buffer. Usually, the end of the capillary contains the sample in the anode and solutes migrate towards the cathode at a velocity determined by their respective electrophoretic mobilities and the electroosmotic flow. So, cations ay use first with smaller and mas highly charged cations kahit before ang mga larger cations with smaller charges. So siya ang iyang figure. As you can see, two modes of capillary zone electrophoresis showing. So ang A kay normal migration with electroosmotic flow toward the cathode. So siya manidiri dapat ang cathode, tapos siya kaning anode mo ni bibira siya bitaw para siya bibira padulong sa cathode. While ang sa letter B, ang reverse bitaw siya tutok siya dipole padulong sa anode palayo sa cathode. So next we have the micellar electrokinetic capillary chromatography or MECC. One limitation to CZE is its inability to separate neutral species. Micellar electrokinetic capillary chromatography overcomes this limitation by adding a surfactant such as sodium disulfate to the buffer solution. Sodium disulfate or SDS consists of long chain hydrophobic tail and a negative charged ionic functional group at its head. So when the concentration of SDS is sufficiently large, a micelle consists of a spherical agglomeration surfactant molecules in which the hydrocarbon tails point inwards and the negative charge heads point outwards. So as you can see, siya ay structure kanina sa structure of sodium disulfate and sa kaning sa baba ang kaning sa baba kay cross section. So myself showing the hydrophobic interior and the hydrophobic exterior in Siluas. So next we have the capillary gel electrophoresis or CGE. In capillary gel electrophoresis, the capillary tubing is filled with polymeric gel because the gel is porous as solute migrates through the gel with a velocity determined both by its electrophoretic mobility and by its size. The ability to effect a separation using size is helpful with the sodium have similar electrophoretic mobility. So, for example, fragment of DNA fragment of DNA of varying length have similar charges to similar charge to size. So, ration making their separation by using CCA because the DNA fragment are in different size. CCA separation is possible. Next, we have the capillary electromatography or CEC. So another approach to separating neutral species is capillary electromatography. In CEC, the capillary tubing is packed with 1.5 to 3 mm. Particle scope with bonded stationary phase Neutral species separate based on their ability to partition between the stationary phase and the buffer, which is moving as a result of the electrosmotic flow. So, muna siya yung force type sa electromagnetic. So that's all. Thank you.